Called the occult for a reason. Occult simply means hidden. See, all the things that can truly empower you are hidden, and they label it as evil or witchcraft or satanic to keep you in fear of your own essence. See, the whole point of the Matrix is to keep your energy suppressed.
Please ask a favor, just a quick favor to not all of you, to some of you. Can you please stop using the Matrix? Come up with your own thing. Just can you please stop using the movie The Matrix to push your weird feelings? I'll explain a little bit about. Let's take a look at a magic trick before. Okay, let's take a look at a magic trick. Alright, welcome to Magic Isn't Real, the place where I normally try to replicate the claims of the supernatural with my very natural skills in order to promote some sort of skepticism, especially when it comes to people that charge you a lot of money, or even if it's a little bit of money, or even if they ask you to spend your entire life meditating so that you can move a little piece of foil on a table. I just want to show you that, you know, maybe a career in magic might be more valuable and important. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Actually, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, thank you. Welcome. This is Magic Isn't Real. Can I suggest that you go check out my previous content, because this is a series of videos that are a bit off topic, a bit off the trail. This is more of it's more of me trying to make content while I don't have any content to show you. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. What I'm saying is that the channel is on a little bit of a creative break. I'm just trying to keep it alive by posting some content, and some of you like this type of videos of me just talking out of my ass, out of my heart, talking out of my art, of things that I'm passionate about, and like ranting and rambling a little bit. If this is not your thing, if you wanted to see more magic and you wanted to see me replicate the claims of the supernatural, there's a ton of videos that you can go check out, and I would love that you do that. If you know already who I am and you're subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you still sticking with me. That's amazing. Today is a bit of a weird one. I started to have some problems with people using the Matrix as an example of what it is that they're trying to explain, especially when it comes to like weird conspiracy theory. And you know what? I'm honestly tired of that, okay? Because The Matrix, hear me out, The Matrix is just a movie. So for today, this isn't Magic Isn't Real. Today, this is Movies Aren't Real. Welcome to Movies Aren't Real. And can we please quickly talk about The Matrix? As a matter of fact, we cannot talk about The Matrix like this. I think we need more of like a Matrix color palette. Can we do that? Let's do that. All right, this is it. This is more like the vomit color palette that the movie The Matrix used, that we need for the tone of this video. So let me back it up. This might surprise you, I have a lot of friends who are believers, who are spiritual, and like legit, like I actually, sometimes I feel like I'm the only, true skeptic. Most of my best friends are like incredibly religious and stuff, which sometimes gets awkward, but not all the time. So anyway, one of this friend recently was having a whole conversation about the fact that like, oh, he believes that the media and the modern society is trying to move us away from spirituality and from our souls. Now, whether or not you believe in spirituality or the soul, that's our conversation that I don't want to have on this video. What I want to talk about on this video is that after he said that, and let me repeat, he said like the media and the governments and the modern society is trying to move us away from the soul and from the spirit and from spirituality. And then he continued by saying, I mean, we all seen The Matrix, so we all know that there's a war for our souls. And I'm like, which Matrix have you watched? Where the fuck did you get that idea? So, you know what? And then I realized that there's a lot of people who every once in a while mention this movie. And they go like, oh yes, The Matrix, we gotta get out of The Matrix. Oh, it's like in The Matrix. They're trying. No, You don't understand what the Matrix is. And I'm tired of you using this movie to present your weird conspiracy theories or your weird ideology. So you know what? Once and for all, I'm just gonna break it down right here, right now. And Matrix is a movie that came out in 1999. And honestly, it blew my mind. I was a kid. And when people ask me, I tell people that I started my life after that movie. Because it's kind of true. Because it is the first movie that kind of, especially if you're a kid, it's the first movie that kind of makes you think a little bit. It's not just a mindless action movie. For the most part it is. But it's not just a mindless action movie. It has a sprinkle of like early philosophy. If you're a kid and you don't know, basically you don't know how to think. It's a great introduction on how to start thinking. But that's all that is. Like this whole idea that the Matrix was trying to send us a message and what. No, the Matrix was a commercial masterpiece. What it basically is that the Wachowski, what do they call themselves today? You know what? I'm just gonna call it the Wachowski because I'm not sure what the situation is, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm trying to be as fair as I can, so I'm gonna call it the Wachowski. Anyway, they were obviously interested in like early philosophy, such as Plato's cave and stuff like that, and also let's be honest, they were fans of anime. They loved Dragon Ball Z, they loved Ghost in the Shell, which is pretty much the Matrix. Like, I'm not gonna say that they stole the look and the feel and some of the ideas of Ghost in the Shell, but let's be honest. What I'm saying is that they took all this like very complicated topics, such as our reality is just an illusion, Plato's cave and whatever. And then they commercialize it by basically put a bunch of Christianity in it, because let's face it, Neo is just Jesus. They literally say it in the movie. But it's not, okay, listen, it's not Christianity. Honestly, it's the classic, if you're a screenwriter, you know this, it's the classic hero's journey. Neo goes through the classic hero's journey beat by beat. It's so like commercial. It's almost bland, honestly. But that's the thing. When you're a kid, you don't know this. You just want to see a kick-ass action flick, and then you want to go home and like, oh, I never thought of what if this was all a dream. And you just start, you start thinking, and then you move forward. That's all the movie is. They basically have commercialized a fucking one-on-one first class of philosophy. Even the fact that the movie is mostly based on the idea of Plato's cave, which is basically to me the first thought experiment in history. Even that to me just tells you that The Matrix is not a complete work that tells you everything you need to know about reality. It's just a dumb action flick. It's basically the McDonald's of philosophy. It's just like an introductory course of what could be the proper investigation of what real is and what reality is. That's it. The part that I hate about that movie is the kind of Jesus stuff. Is Neo being the one. It's that part, it's so boring and so bland. The part that's interesting, it's the Matrix itself, which nobody seems to even get or understand, so much that a lot of people now are using this word, the Matrix, to push some conspiracy theory. Oh, they want to keep us in the Matrix, so we need to get out of the Matrix. Like, you don't get it. Let's talk about the Wachowskis, okay? At the time, they because both of them transitioned. At the time, I don't even think they were out. And they made a movie, they made a kick-ass action movie, trying also to tell you that you have a choice. If you really want to talk about the Matrix, that's actually the core theme of it. It's not about, oh, what is reality? You should question everything in the world. The real theme of that movie is that doesn't matter what reality is, doesn't matter what people tell you. What matters is that you have a choice. You have a choice, and you only have to make that choice. If you want to talk about the Matrix, talk about this. Do not come to me and be like, oh, we all saw the Matrix. We all know that they're trying to hide the real world from us. No, the Matrix was never trying to tell us that. As a matter of fact, you want to know something? You want to know something that's kind of very weird? As much as I love that movie, I love the Matrix. I flipping love the Matrix. I got so deep into martial arts after watching that movie and then it got me to this. But if I have to be honest, it's really a dumb movie. Oh, just shut up. Calm down. Just calm down. Just stop booing. Hear me out for a second. Just stop for a second. Okay, hear me out. I love that movie. That movie was, okay, when I say they commercialized philosophy, what I meant is that thanks to that movie, we got to a point where action movies did not just have to be like mindless, nonsensical like action flick. They could also make you think a little bit. So if I have to be honest, without The Matrix, we wouldn't have something like Batman Begins. Without Batman Begins, we wouldn't have something like Iron Man. And without Iron Man, we wouldn't have got to this amazing scene.
Avengers! Assemble.
So yes, I respect The Matrix so much. Not to mention that they help improve on a technology that we're still using for some movies. You know, they help improve the way that the CGI worked. They helped improve action sequences. I mean, without The Matrix, we wouldn't have John Wick. This movie has done so much for our world. So much. And we gotta thank the Wachowski for that. Because this movie was really important for all the stuff that I just mentioned. You know what wasn't important for? The idea that there is a big conspiracy theory. And then they were trying to tell us that there's a big conspiracy theory. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you want to know what's the dumbest part about the movie The Matrix? Is that the Matrix is stupid. Just stop. Stop booing and hear me out. The machines don't need the Matrix. They really don't. Like, the reason for the machines to have the Matrix is it's only there so the movie can happen.
So the movie can happen. Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that you can have the kick-ass action sequences, because they don't need it. And even worse, let's say that they do need the Matrix because the human body produces more energy when it's in a dream state. Sure, whatever, science fiction. Let's say that true. They have to keep us like this. Here comes the most interesting part. Even if the machines do need the Matrix to control us, which they don't, but even if they do, the way the Matrix is built, right? As in, this is our reality and you don't know. Like, that's it. This is your reality. You don't know that there's something else after. That makes Cypher, the villain, or one of the villains of the movie, he makes him kind of right.
I know this steak doesn't exist. You know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
Like, he has a point. And okay, now I know exactly what's gonna happen. So now you're gonna come to me and you're gonna tell me they're like, oh, so you're one of those people who just wanna comply. You don't care about freedom. No, you don't understand what's going on here. Tell me something. If you're in the Matrix, where is your freedom taken away? Keep in mind, you don't know that you're in the Matrix. You don't know, you don't have any possible, unless some fucking asshole with leather jackets and sunglasses calling himself Morpheus shows you the way out. You don't know. You are living your life with your free will and with the freedom to do whatever it is that you can do in your life. And you're going to live your entire life and die, and that's it. You don't know. So how is the Matrix taking away your freedom? Sure, if you're a believer and you believe in the soul and you believe in the intrinsic value of human life, again, I guess you might make an argument like, oh, but it's not true. It's not true reality. It's not true freedom. But at the same time, how would you know that? If anything, the machines are doing us a big favor. If anything, they're doing us a big favor. They're just giving us a world to live that is much better than what it is outside. So once again, Cypher was right. If you don't know, you can't just work on hypothetical. Oh, what if this was, if you don't know, you don't know. Living in the Matrix is your reality. It's not that you're like in hell or something and the machines are torturing you and then you have to like escape. You are like, this is it right now. You're right now in the Matrix. You're living your life the way it's supposed to go with all of the free choices that you can make. Sure, the movie made a whole really compelling argument and whatever. And like it's, you know, there's also this idea that maybe you feel it, which for a movie that, you know, it was supposed to like really present this idea that you should get out of the Matrix. It really didn't provide proper reasoning for why you should get out of the Matrix, and also like this idea that you feel stuff. Not to mention the sequel, where we basically moved from like the sequel, like we moved from like early like Greek philosophy to full-on Christianity, to full-on, like, one guy sacrificing himself for the sins of humanity. So let's not even go there. Let's just stick to the main movie. And the reason why I'm saying that, like, going back to the beginning of this video, and I swear I'm going to wrap it up because I know that this is too much. What I'm saying is that stop using the Matrix as an example of a possible conspiracy theory, because it's not. Because if there's one thing that was really bad in the movie, it's exactly the fact that the Matrix would be this like crazy impossible conspiracy theory. Like, we can talk about Plato's cave and what is reality all day long. We can talk about Christianity versus early Greek philosophy all day long. We can talk about the fact that, you know, some movies just need to be basically toned down and watered down and commercialized as much as possible. Otherwise, people would not go and see them all day long. But what we cannot talk about is the Matrix tried to tell us, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. You just like this fantasy. You just like this idea that we need to get out of the Matrix. Like, please come up with your own thing. Just come up with your own thing and use your own term. I don't want to speak for the Wachowski, but I'm pretty sure that's not what they wanted this movie to be. So just... what am I doing here? What is this? What is this video? I'll tell you what. If you watch up until this point, by the way, thank you. Like, really, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you did, prove it to me by writing in the comment section that I should never ever do a video like this ever again. And I know it's a joke, but I think it will be funny to see it in the comment section. And if you actually do believe that I should never ever do a video like this ever again, just add that. So basically, if you want to write it as a joke, write, hey, you should never ever do this video again. But if you believe that I should never ever do this video again, you have to write, you should never ever do this video again for real, bro. And then I'll know that you really don't want me to do a video like this again. Is that too complicated? I don't care. Anyway, listen, if I was offered the option, I would also, I mean, I like to rebel. So I would probably take the option of get out of the Matrix, obviously, because once you know, you know. I mean, nobody wants to be trapped. You know, I don't want to go into a philosophy thing, but Plato's Cave also touched upon this idea that, like, this concept that even if you get to see the real, like what's really real, you won't be, like, it would hurt. You won't be able to see it because this is now your reality. So I love that movie. But the concept of the Matrix itself is just a nice thought experiment. That's all it is. It's really like when you grab that thought experiment and you put it into our real life, it just doesn't work on so many levels. At least this is my opinion. So I'm tired of people using it to present an argument. It's just a movie. And movies are not real. Peace out.